Hey there friends, this is Ayesha, Youngspapercreations. If you're checking me out on my Etsy store, you want to go to Junk Journals for You. Junk Journals for You. That's where you'll be able to find my journals, and the information will be listed below. Now, why am I coming on right now? I'm coming on because I am about to make a number of journals. I have a few events coming up for which I would like to get my journals into the hands of individuals. And so I am prepping some journals. And from this, I've got here 4 sheets of paper cut down to size. And it will all look like this at some point. So how do I go about that? Well, first, I've got a number of books. I've got a ton of books. Because when I select my papers for my journals, I'm looking for them to be varied papers, right? Varied sheets of papers. Things that would make you go, ooh, look at that. Where did she get that from? Look at the date. And so I have a variety of papers that I pull. And for this one, this is actually a sheet from the First Treasury of Herman. And a lot of my books, most of them are vintage, antique, and some modern but cute. And so this one here is from 1979. Actually, that's the first printing. So this printing was 1989. That was the last printing. So I just go in and I pull sheets that will go into my journal. Actually, this one is perfect because, of course, I have the blank sides, and that's going to go beautifully. Now, when it comes to these humorous pages, as you can surmise, before placing them into the books, into the journals, I have a read because they're so funny, and I love to laugh. So I pull my papers. And I'm pulling a few of them, quite a bit of them, because I have tons of journals to make. So I pull them, and at some point I'm gonna put them away. So I go through to see what do I want to pull. Some of them are. So when I create my journals, I'm keeping in mind the potential individuals who will have access to my journals. So certain pages that I would have in one journal to another would vary mightily. So for this one, for what I want it for, I'm not going to use this. This is someone who is flamboyant. Maybe they're into past movie stars or something like that. So many of these pages I'm not going to use. I actually have a church event coming up, and I want to introduce the ladies to my journals. So I'm not sure who the individuals will be to have access to my journals, and so I want to keep that in mind to be selective as to what I put into my journals. So that's why it's wonderful to ensure that you have a variety of papers. This is Norman Rockwell. Many of you know of Norman Rockwell. He was an illustrator who painted quite a bit of work actually over the years. His work, self-portraits as well, but he was just wonderful. So a lot of, like here, Mary Jane and Huckleberry Finn. So I'm gonna definitely use some of this. Oh, do you remember this time when we got spanked? Now they'd call the cops if we did that, right? I remember those days. The teachers would give you a good whooping. In your hands, you had to stretch out your hands, and you pulled it back when you didn't want to get that lash, but you had to eventually. If not, it would be worse. I tell you, if the kids had to be a little bit afraid of getting a good whooping, we'd be in a far better place, perhaps. But guess we're not gonna get to know that. Oh well. After one time comes another. To spank or not to spank? I didn't get a lot of spanking, but I got a little bit. I got a little bit. If you're from one of the islands, Caribbeans or South America, you got a little bit. Just a little bit. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep on pulling some papers. And when you're selecting papers for your journals, because people always ask, and they're wondering how you're pulling. When you're seeking out books for your journal, creating your journals, as much as possible, yes, you want to have unique photos and such, but you also want to have access to empty spaces, because that's how we will get to write in our extra spots. So you want to see some blank space, because some individuals do use these books as conversational pieces. We access the pockets that's placed in here rather than writing on the exact pages. But as much as possible, it would be wonderful, yes, to have extra space that you can write, because then it would, it's a writing journal. And my journals are primarily writing journals. I know some people, they do them where it's just conversational pieces and utilizing the pockets and whatnot. I love for people to be able to actually write in the journals, or my journals anyways. So yes, even this is a Kate Greenaway, and if you have heard of her, she illustrated the photos for the poetries and such. Very beautiful. I love coming across these in the used bookstores and such. Love, love, love. And they beautify the pages so well. So when I'm finished with the first set of the 3 journals, I will come back and show you what I've done, so you can see to what I'm speaking of in terms of how I've utilized the pages. I will show you. I will show you. And yes, the more varied the pages, the better. Oh, isn't this gorgeous? Oh, so is this. Listen, if you're crazy about paper and paper crafting and working with paper, oh, your spirit, your heart is probably salivating right now, because it makes my heart happy just to see all these lovely pages and to know that they'll soon be in a journal for somebody. Look at that. Look at this. Oh, man. What a high. What a high. I am tingly all over just looking at these lovely, lovely things. We don't need drugs. We don't need illicit sex and whatnot. Just find something that not only brings you joy, but something that brings others that same sense of fulfillment that you've discovered. And in so doing, your life will be rich. I promise. Give it a try. Or, more specifically, isn't this gorgeous? More specifically, why don't you try Paper Play? Trypaperplay.com. That's where you will find me. That's where you will find more of my work. You will find information on how you can get your hands on some of my papers, so you can have a package of items and you can create your very own journal. I've had this book for quite a while, and it's pictures and mementos from a life and style and purpose treasure by uh, of Audrey Hepburn, and it's set up so as if it's a like as a journal with little tucked areas. See that? And I look at it every time, and I think I will keep it as a look through, but I don't think I will cut it up for my journal creations. I think it it helps to, even to give people an idea. Like when I create my journals, I sometimes place in them uh, sockets, like bags, so that individuals can go in there and stick their items down into it. Absolutely beautiful. I really liked her and her movies, and she was a wonderful humanitarian. Yes, sir, she was. Audrey Hepburn. So no, I will keep you. I will keep this book. I will not tear into that. No, I will not. Oh, I definitely would wear this skirt. I definitely would wear that skirt. Yes, I would. Oh, oh man. Mm. I love paper. I love creating journals. And I would love for more of you. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. I would love for... okay. I have to stop. It's becoming ridiculous now, Ayesha. Snap out of it. All right. So, I think you got the gist. I will stop pulling papers. But listen, that is what I do. And I've got lots more papers that I've pulled because I can't wait until I'm ready to do a journal before I pull papers. So I do provide packages where everything will come together. I will select the embellishments. I will have the journal covers all ready. The cover will come with the papers ready to go into your journals. And all you have to do is follow the instructions that I will send to you, and you will then be able to put together and, believe it or not, create your own journal. You will be able to create your own journal. Not only will I be able to send you the pages that I've pulled, but I will also send you the base that you can use to add. This is scrumptious. So yummy, yummy. This is what I'm talking about. You can create your own. All I have to do is send you the package. Go on to trypaperplay.com. If you don't want to buy the journals ready-made, then I can send them to you. So you can access me via trypaperplay.com. But if you want to go on to my Etsy, I'm there as well. And that's junk journals for you. So I'm going to stop now because I'm going to I'm going to start cutting down my papers, and maybe I'll show another video when I'm putting them all in. But you get the gist. Paper galore. If you love paper, this is Ayesha. You can find me at trypaperplay.com, junk journals for you on Etsy, or right here on this platform. And I just want to thank you. Share my videos, come back again. But whatever you do, find something that you love, something that makes a difference for at least one person, and your job would have been completed. Take care and be blessed.